Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we'll be talking about I-20. What is I-20? What can it be used for? Why it is important, and the things you have to know about your I-20, the information you should know about in the I-20 if you're coming here as a first-time freshman in United States of America. So first of all, I-20 is also known as Certificate of Eligibility, and I-20 can be it's a document that shows that you are certified to come here in United States of America, to come here and study, pursue your degree. All right. And what can it be used for? So first of all, with your I-20, you can apply for F1 student visa. Second is once you have your I-20 and your F1 visa, you can enter United States of America not only once, but you can have multiple entries during the duration of your status. The third one is that you can get or apply for the benefits that is available to F and M student status. Okay, so we are in F1 F status. If you are coming here as a student who wants to pursue like high school, SSS degree, undergrad, grad, or PSC level, and M is vocational education side. So we're talking more about the F side. And also your I-20 can be used for applying for your driver's license and as well as your social security number. So why is the I-20 important? Well, your I-20 is important because it makes you eligible to come here in United States of America and stay here in a very legal way. And that shows you're here as a student, fulfilling and complying with all the rules and regulations stated by the USCIS, that is United States Customs and Immigration Services. And why is the I-20 important? Well, your I-20 is important because it serves as an official proof that you are here in the United States of America legally enrolled in an educational institution that is SCBP certified. And also another thing is that your I-20 has to be active all the time. Your I-20 has to be updated every time, like if you have change of name, your field of study, if you have a change of address, make sure you have updated information in your I-20 all the time. So you should have clear and thorough communication with the PDSO at your institution, no matter what. And your I-20 has to be active because if it is canceled or terminated or deactivated, that means your I-20 is no longer valid. So you have to make sure that you do your work of making sure that you're complying with all the rules and regulation, and having top-notch communication with you and your school where you are enrolled as a full-time student. And another thing is that I know even if you're going through change of status or adjustment of status and you're still in F1 visa, still your I-20 still needs to be active. You still need to follow the rules and regulations that are stated by the USCIS guidelines. All right. So now going to another kind of topic. So we're going to talk about the things you need to watch out for in I-20, especially if you are an incoming freshman student here in America. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll just talk about that. So guys, in this I-20, well, I'm using the Loom link because I'm not very good with editing and stuff, but please bear with me with this background. So I'll be sharing my screen about what are the things you have to look out for and what information is important to you, mainly if you're coming here as a freshman student. All right, so I'm just gonna go to my here. So first of all, the I-20 looks like this. It is like a three-page. This is the first page, second page, and this is the third page. The third page contains all the information about your school, what you need to do, and your admission. So if you have I-20, please read this one. This is very important for yourself, okay? So I'll be covering the first and second page. So your I-20 looks like this. On the top left box, there is service ID. So it starts with N. Any I-20 that is generated has their own unique N number. That means that's their service number. So this is very important to you. So even if you transfer to another school, when you transfer, even you transfer the school, your N number still remains the same. All right. So this is important to you because this has all the information that contains information about you. And in the box, it says surname, primary name. Make sure surname, like if I'm talking about my country from Nepal, so the surname is the last name. So make sure your last name is correct, or whatever is in your passport that is correct. Your given name should be the first name, or whatever it is in your passport. Make sure it is there. Preferred name is something you go by in different order. Like you have AKA or alias name. Like let's say my name is Sumitra, but I can be called as Sumi. It's like a short term. So if you have something like preferable name, you can add it. You can ask your PDSO or DSO to include there, but it's not necessary, it's optional. Your passport name has to be exactly the first name and your last name, so that's your full name. If you have middle name, make sure that is there too. All right, your country of birth, where you were born, and your country of citizenship, where you have your passport from. So most sometimes there are certain student who has like one country of citizenship, but they were born in different country. So if that's the case, make sure your information is right. All right, city of birth, mainly I would say that should match with your passport, but it's not required, but it is recommended that whatever is in your passport, make sure that is here too. Date of birth, sometimes this is like very easy to miss out, because every country has different formats. Some countries month, date, and year comes first, or some countries date, month, and year comes first. So this is your job to make sure your personal information matches exactly to your legal document, that is your passport. And it says here form, issue, reason. What is it? So your it means it's initial attendance. So any student who are coming here as international student shows initial attendance. That means the student is coming as a first time student, or they are in process of coming here as a new student. Okay, I don't think there is any admission number, but even if it is, it should not be your problem because it's auto generated. School information, make sure your school information is right, the school address, and this school code and approval date is the school code. That is, every school has unique code like our service number. So this is very important if you are transferring to other schools or universities. All right. And also this school information is important for you when you are applying your DS-160 and your CZI portal, because if you are coming here as a freshman student, mostly the requirement is that you have to stay on campus. So your on-campus address has to match this address. All right. And another one is programs of study. So your program of study shows what you're coming here as, what level are you going to be studying. Is it bachelor's or master's? Make sure this is right. Major means what major you're coming. Sometimes, okay, here it says health services. If you are in business, make sure it's business. Also in business, there's different concentration, like business in finance, business in economics. So make sure that it is very like thorough, like very clear that you're coming here, because in your visa interview they will ask you what you're going to study there. So you have to be very clear about your needs and what you're going there as. Okay, this is very important for any international student coming here in United States of America to study, because English, all the classes are conducted in English session. So they have to make sure that you have proficient level of English speaking, like you can read and understand English, you can communicate. So that way, you will be good with adapting with new education system and new environment. So it says required, but again, this is according to the different university. But in common in US, your proof of English proficiency, language proficiency is required. And if they say a student is proficient, that means the student can come in the university and study. And to be able to meet this criteria, you have to give different kind of English language tests, like IELTS, Duolingo, PTE, or those certain English language tests. Okay, and the most important thing, if you're coming here as an F1 student, would be this date. You have to make sure your start of class and your earliest admission date and your program start and end date is accurate. Mainly your start date. If you're coming here as an undergrad, that would be normally common would be 4 years of duration of study. So in general, it would be 8 semesters, 45 or 46 months. Okay, so make sure your date is right. You can do your own math or according to your curriculum. Make sure you are checking the website, your own program, your where you stand. Okay, and this is important to know. Keep in mind as incoming freshmen, when does your class start? So here it says 18 August 2025. So we would say this is fall intake, fall semester. So if your class starts at this time, that means this date here, right here, earliest admission date is 19 July 2025. So this is the interval of just a month, 30 days. So that means you can enter United States 30 days before your start of class. So that is 19 July 2025. This is the earliest you can enter US. So you cannot enter US port of entry at 18 July, on 18 July or before 19 July. If you try to attempt to come before 19 July, that means they will not allow you, because the earliest admission date is 19 July. So you can come after 19 July, not before. So that means a month before your start of class would be this one. So make sure you do your math, and also make sure if you're booking your airline ticket, your plane ticket, make sure the date is after 19 July and before the start of the class. Otherwise, they will not allow you to enter to United States and you cannot come. So make sure you plan accordingly. All right. Another is financial. The left side is the cost of estimated attendance. So how much it will cost for you to come in United States and that school where you applied to, how much it will cost you to be there as a student. So in total, this is 29,872. So this is how much it will cost for you, and this is your side, students funding for 9 months. So general 9 month is a combination of fall and spring. They do not count the summer because summer is not considered as a full term. So this is just the full term is a spring and um, spring session and the fall session. So personal funds or whatever it is, if you have scholarship, it will be on this second line. If you have family a sponsorship, that would be on the third, and if you have on campus one, that would be on the last. So also the tiebreaker is this part. It's like accounting check and balance. So that means how much it will cost you to attend the school. You have to be able to pay this one. That means you have to show your proof of income equal to this amount or more than that, and only then you will be able to get your I-20. Okay, so in remarks, this box is very important because it contains information about your school, and the information that is returned by your PDS. So like sometimes they'll talk about when the orientation will start or about the health insurance. So make sure if there's anything written on this box, then you read that carefully. All right. And this part needs to have the PDSO or DSO signature. Make sure it is there before you go for your visa interview and you enter the United States. And here, make sure you sign here too and put your date. If you're coming here under 18, you need to have your parent's signature. Okay, do not forget that. If you are under 18, you need to have your parent or guardian signature, and that has to be actual signature. Blue pen is recommended. So here we're going here on the second page of your I-20. This is important once you are here as a student. So again, the same thing, service ID, the same, and number which is assigned to you, it will be the same how it was here. And employment authorization is if you have any CPT or OPT, it needs to state here. Okay, change of status, if you are going through any kind of change of status or you are in adjustment of status, you need to get authorized for that too. And this one, authorized reduced course load, what does that mean? Authorized reduced course load means that you are authorized to be less than a full-time student. And what are the requirements to be able to get this approval? Is if first, if you are um, coming here as a first time freshman student, and then as English is your not first language and you speak different official language and you're having a hard time in your first semester and you request your PDSO to drop less than 12 credit hours, then they can authorize you the one time reduced course load for you in that category like criteria. Another one would be if you are going through like that's your last semester and you just have one or two class, as long as it's less than 12 credit, if you're undergrad, or if you're grad student, less than 9 credits, that is a full-time. So as long as you just need one or two class for you to graduate and you don't have to take any more class, then you can ask for that and they can approve it. Okay, but you need to make sure you are communicating with your school officer about this in your international office. Current session start date and end date, this is very important, guys. Please make sure every semester you go to your PDSO DSO and tell them that please update my I-20 do service registration, as that states that you are in college and you are back to another semester here complying with all the rules and regulation, and you are enrolled in full-time status, full-time classes, and you're not going less than approved full-time in-person class, and you have perfect credit hours. So once the service is registered, you will have the current session. If you're like, let's say for this fall, if your school was started on August semester and August 18, that means the start date would be 18 August, and then normally it would be like 13 December. So it should be updated. All right. Travel endorsement, that's very important if you are traveling outside United States, mainly in summer or even in Christmas time. You have to have actual signature of DSO. Electronic signature is, I don't think it's acceptable. So the DSO's actual signature is needed. and they need to sign it, and the date issued. So if you are in a full-time student status and you're not in OPT, then that signature is valid for 1 year. But if you're in OPT and you're traveling outside US, then this signature is only valid for 6 months. So guys, please talk with the DSO, and then make sure you go to your international office and then ask for the DSO signature before you travel. Please do not assume that, oh, they can just sign and send it to me. Yes, they can, but that is not how it is supposed to be. You need to inform your DSOs before you're traveling. So that way we can prevent any mishaps if it happens in future. All right. And the third part is you can read it yourself. Make sure you read everything. Thank you for watching till this end, and I hope this video was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to comment below down, and I will be back next time with more information, anything that comes up, But all the best if you're applying as F1 student, and I wish you all the best. Bye.